The people with money question is a pretty interesting one. And we are seeing different flavors of behavior in different locations. And I'll just give you a little bit of a flavor. I've got Melbourne loaded, but I want to just show you quickly this chart. This is actually the concentration of mortgage stress in and around Melbourne. Basically, the red areas and the orange areas are where the most pain is, right? Now, what that tells you is that it's a checkerboard, right? So in some areas, we've got many more people struggling than in others. So what you need to do is you need to look in detail at what's going on in a particular postcode. So one of the things that I can do is I can look at a particular postcode. This happens to be postcode 2000, and I can then run a scenario as to where property prices might go, and I can look at income and expenditure and all of those things, and things like monthly disposable incomes, right? Now that's how you crack the code on where property might actually be sensible and where it might not be. And there are some different scenarios there based on where interest rates may be going. The point there is that in some of those more affluent areas, what I'm now seeing is more households in cash flow stress. Why? Because they've got bigger mortgages to start with, interest rates have gone up, they've quite often got multiple investment properties as well, so they've got some wriggle room, but it means that in some of those areas we are seeing more continued pressure than we had previously. And so in some of those Northern Beaches areas, mortgage stress is actually very high, and so therefore my expectation is that we could see, particularly if interest rates go higher, some of those areas where property prices ease back. What I'd also say is that a lot of those are quite big properties, standalone houses and things. And of course, a lot of those don't necessarily get into the rental sector the same way. So there isn't necessarily the same appetite from investors, because investors at the moment seem to be hoovering up properties closer into the city.